Yes, sir. Uncredible Sources. Right. Um, Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I know I was supposed to start the live at 1:30, baby. Um, Sorry for that. Sorry for the echo. I know I was supposed to start the live at 1:30, baby. You know how that go. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Um, Uncredible Sources, Reach Over Culture Media Group. Here to just talk about a couple of topics, man. Uh, Here to talk about a couple of topics, man. Let's chop this fable if we able. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. The StreamYard is posted in the link if you do want to come up and touch on one of these topics. No diddy. Appreciate everybody, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, wipe your feet at the door. First things first. All right. Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney is officially official. According to multiple sources, Devin Haney just signed a multi-fight deal to the zone, which a lot of people thought he was signing a Zuffa. So, you know, this kind of changes things because a lot of people believe he was signing a Zuffa in efforts to make the Shakur Stevenson fight, being that Shakur Stevenson already announced that he had a deal with Zuffa on the table and that he's taking it. Keyshawn Davis was landed as the mandatory for, for Devin Haney. All right. Per the WBO. Now, there's been a big ruckus over the last week, being that this just went to purse bids. The purse bid was supposed to happen this past Sunday. It got extended for another week because of talks between Top Rank and the WBO sanctioning body. We can now see why. Because Top Rank just signed a deal with the Zone. So it would make sense for Keyshawn to sign a multi-fight deal with the Zone, because now under the Zone you have a Top Rank promotional company, who's a promotional company, Matchroom, who's a promotional company, Golden Boy, who's a promotional company. Three of the premier promotional companies in boxing, period, is now under the Zone. So Devin signing a multi-fight deal with the Zone gives him free range to fight more guys versus going to Zuffa. And the only other guy that you have over in Zuffa is Shakur Stevenson. Lets me know that Devin is fighting for legacy and not just belts or not just money. It's legacy fights. It's not just money for Devin. Shakur has been on the record saying, I want to fight for legacy, but the bag got to be right at this current moment in time. So you can't knock either side. But Devin is showing that he actually wants to fight for legacy, because I've been seeing stuff all over the YouTube streets that Devin didn't want to fight neither Shakur or Keyshawn. What are we saying now? He signed a multi-fight deal with the Zone. All signs are showing that Top Rank is going to win this purse bid, so most likely the fight's going to be through Top Rank. And Devin is taking complete control of his destiny at this point. Who Shakur fights at Zuffa, that's going to be the tricky part. I don't think it's necessarily a case of one ducking the other. Shakur signed a Zuffa early for money. Devin's taking the route to get bigger fights. So I don't think it's necessarily one over the other. But it's I mean, depending on whether you're a Shakur guy or a Devin guy, you just got to be on the side of who's going to make the fights. And right now, Dev is making track to make the best fights. And I think him versus Keyshawn is an amazing fight coming up. Honestly, I think Dev versus Shakur is a very, very big money fight. I would like to see what Dev does with Keyshawn, being that he did beat Brian Norman, but I thought he took his foot off the gas. Of course, prior to that, you had the Ramirez fight, which a lot of people didn't like his performance. And then prior to that, you had the Ryan Garcia fight. So Dev, in my mind, from a boxing perspective, from an aesthetic perspective, all the business moves are looking good in Dev's favor. But from a boxing perspective, and him fighting top competition, I think this is the perfect opportunity for Dev to prove that he's still very much in his prime, that he has not lost a step, and that he can compete with the best in the world. I think this is a good chance for Dev to prove that. And I think Keyshawn's going to give him every bit of the dogfight that he wants to be able to show and prove. And this is good for Keyshawn's basis, because if you do beat Dev, you can no longer be ignored because of the shenanigans and the foolishness that you constantly do. And for me, that's going to be the thing. How will Keyshawn prepare for a Devin Haney fight? Is he going to come in overweight? Weed be an excuse? The money be an excuse? Because right now, the split is 75-25. There's no getting around that. It's WBO rules. Will Keyshawn use, oh, well, that 25% wasn't enough to get ready for this fight or get up for this fight? Will he use that? Or will he take this fight as it is, which is the biggest fight of his career to this point? Because a lot of the same comments that you can make about Dev, you can make about Keyshawn. Be it that, who did he beat? And like, who is his toughest competition? Right now, this is prime. This is prime for the taking. This is prime for both guys. I think this is an amazing fight for both guys. And so let's get it done. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. I love this, man. I love this fight. The legacy fights at 147. If Haney gets past Keyshawn, or he got to go to 154 for legacy fights. I mean, both. I mean, as far as I know, Dev, and shout out to Dev, as far as I know, Dev is looking to stick around at 147 for a while. So you do still have the Ryan rematch that could be made at 147. Let's actually take a look at what the 147 division looks like. Because we can do this. Let's chop this fable. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to my brother Dell. One of the most interesting men this side of the Mississippi, one of the original Uncredibles. And congratulations, man, on your recent tying the knots to his queen. Shout out to him and his queen, man. All right. So I'm going to share this screen with y'all real quick. All right. Looking at the 147 division, Haney already beat Brian Norman. Got Jack Catterall, Staniosis, who lost the boots, but, you know, it's boots. He can make the Ryan fight again. Obviously, Keyshawn is mandatory. He can take the Liam Parr route. Liam Parr is with Matchroom, who is in partnership with his own, so he can unify with Liam Parr. He can actually probably still unify with the win out of Ryan and Conor. Now, the thing with Ryan and Conor is signed with Zuffa, so that one's going to be a little tricky to make. But he, depending on the winner, he can still possibly unify one of those guys. And then the win out of Rolly and Tiafimo, he can unify with the win out of Rolly and Tiafimo. We still got Richardson Hitchens, who is going to get his shot, just like a Keyshawn. He's going to get his shot at some point, right? So that's a few fights he can make as far as unification and legacy at 147. And to your point, Dale, if he do, he don't want to go to 154 right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, between these three right here, Dev don't want to go to 154. That's not what he want to do. So we ain't even going to entertain 154. Between this dude, nah, you don't want to go 154 right now. Dev, let's keep Dev out that 154, baby. It's over with. 154. Let's let Dev focus on 147. You dig me? Yeah, let's not entertain the 154. But yeah, I think this fight is good for the division. The 140. I gotta remember, probably about 5-6 years ago, 147 was the division to fight at. You know what I mean? When you had Bud and you had Earl and you had Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. You know, this is the division. So it's good to see the 147 division lit up. You dig? So let's get it on, man. No more talking. No more talking about it. I assume that top rank will win the purse bid. If there is a purse bid to be had, I assume top rank will win it. And you will see Keyshawn versus Devin Haney next. Now, there was a couple of things that said Keyshawn told Frank Martin, let's make it happen. Now, Frank Martin just recently signed an exclusivity deal to Top Rank, again, who's under the zone. So really, if you with Top Rank Matchroom, a Golden Boy, if y'all are under the zone, y'all are under one network, doesn't really matter. Y'all can all fight each other. Y'all can all find a way to make a deal happen. So, but apparently it was in reference to his brother fighting Frank Martin, not Keyshawn. So I think that the fight will go down, and I think we're gonna get a banger. I think Devin Haney versus Keyshawn Davis is the right fight to be made. I don't know why you would even skip a Keyshawn to fight a Shakur. To be honest, you know, that's me. That's me. Shout out to Convos with Cam, man. Peace, brother, peace. Peace. Shout out to the graveyard, man. I'm gonna be tuning in a little later, man. Shout out to the graveyard, you heard me? True boxing guys in the graveyard. If you want boxing education, if you want education on boxing, go to the graveyard. No pun intended. You will die to your former thoughts and you will be awakened. You know, a lot of Haney supporters on the channel, but they don't discriminate. They don't discriminate. The graveyard hosted by my man BF, who hosts BFB TV. Go subscribe to him, man. BFB standing for the best fighting the best. So enough said. Haney versus Davis is going down next. And honestly, this is a prove it fight for both fighters. I can't call it right now. I can't call it. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. I'm sorry, Queen. I'm sorry, Queen. My bad. Shout out to the Queen. Convos with Cam. BF is my big brother. For sure. That's good solid dude right there. Good solid dude. My bad, Queen. Yeah. I can't call it right now. But it's gonna be a goodie. I'm looking forward to it, man. But we can stop all the narratives that Haney don't want to fight either one of these dudes, because obviously he's not dropping his belt. He's not running and ducking and hiding from the Keyshawn smoke. And I put this in the chat the other day. I said we might be in the Haney era, fellas, simply because of moves like this. If you're looking at just the in-ring performance, I can understand why you wouldn't be impressed by what you see, by what you've seen probably in the last 3 performances of Devin Haney. But the moves that's being made, he's putting people in the corner where they don't have a choice but to fight him. And he's going to pin a lot more people in the corner where they have no choice but to fight him. So it's actually going to be very interesting in seeing what he looks like against Keyshawn. Because I think Dev thrives off of doubt. He thrives off of somebody that thinks they can beat him. Dev thrives off of somebody that thinks that he dropped Brian Norman. If you remember that promotion didn't start heating up until like a week and a half, 2 weeks prior to the fight. Brian started chatting and got dropped, right? Part of the reason why I think Ryan Garcia has been ducking the fight. Dev destroys Ryan in a rematch. And I've said that since the fight happened. Dev destroys Ryan in the rematch. One thing y'all probably don't want to do is piss this kid off. And I'm really interested in seeing how Keyshawn goes about promoting this fight. Does he talk that talk? Or does he just stay quiet and stay somber, stay low? Nah, don't stay low. Don't stay low. Don't stay low. Don't stay low. Talk that talk to Dev like you talk to everybody else. Don't stay low. Puff your chest out. Say what you're going to do. Stand by what you're going to do. I'm excited for this fight, man. I'm excited for this fight. All right. Next order of business. All right. So this whole Bron thing. If y'all indulge me for a quick second. This whole Bron thing. All right. So yesterday, it was reported that the social media manager accidentally leaked LeBron heading to Miami through YouTube by posting a live link with a time set. Let's check this out. So yeah, it was a press conference link that was posted, I think, on YouTube, and was automatically taken down, and people took that as it was leaked. A source from the Heat, and I'll share my screen real quick. All right, he says LeBron James video was posted accidentally. As you can see. So he came out and said the video was posted accidentally in the case, and that they had that set up just in case Bron went to Miami. Shout out to B Rambo. Shoot. Tweet us in. I mean, if you want to hit the link, let's talk about it. I'm not mad at it. I don't really got too much for Shakur, but you know. But yeah, let's talk about it. Hit the link if you want to talk about it, man. Hit the link if you want to talk about it. I already conceded on the graveyard, so It is what it is. I'm not going on the Shakur smear campaign. I already conceded on the graveyard. But respect though. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, B Rambo. Thank you. But yeah, so Bron and this whole Miami thing, and then today was another instance to Miami leak where apparently Miami put out some jerseys. Miami put out some jerseys that Bron. Miami supposedly put out some jerseys that Bron put out some old school jerseys of Bron on their website, and I can't find a direct link right now. Listen, forget all that. LeBron to Miami. I want y'all to take a look at this Miami Heat roster and why it doesn't make any sense, bro. LeBron in Miami does not make any sense, bro. Bro. Bam, Giannis. Bam, Giannis. Bam, Giannis. Bobby Portis. Bam, Giannis. As of right now, you're looking at Bam at the 5, Giannis at the 4, Bron at the 3, maybe Tim Hardaway at the 2, and Davion Mitchell at the 1. Is that a championship roster? Is that a championship roster? Bron in Miami? Come on, what we talking about? Bron, Bam, and Giannis, it's not enough. Sorry. I don't get it, man. It's not enough. Bron, Bam, and Giannis is not enough. If Bron is so, also there's also a report that Bron is taking his time because he's trying to see who's going to trade for AD or Kyrie. Now the Wizards have already said we're not trading AD. The Wizards have already said they're not trading AD, and if I'm the Wizards, why would I? Especially somewhere like Miami, where am I getting back? If I'm the Wizards, I got AD, I got Trey coming back, and I got AJ DeBonza. That's a good 3 to build on. You got a young player who's just entering the veteranship with Trey, all-star already. AJ DeBonza, the number 1 pick. And then you got a proven veteran in Anthony Davis. So if I'm the Wizards, you got to send me something very substantial for me to try to break that up. And I don't know what Miami or Golden State has in play to actually make that happen. I also read reports that they're trying to get Bron to Cleveland, and Bron is lobbying for Kyrie to be traded back to Cleveland. That might make a lot more sense because Cleveland has a lot of pieces they can get rid of. Still. And if you're LeBron, you played 24 years in the league, you have your right to try to make a nostalgic. You have your right to want to make nostalgia and have nostalgia where you can. If you want to end your final year playing with either Anthony Davis or Kyrie, which are 2 of your best teammates ever, that's fine. But I don't know. Miami has nothing to give for Anthony Davis. As damaged good as Anthony Davis is, if I'm the Wizards, I just did exactly what Dallas was hoping to do with Cooper Flag. Because mind you, at the beginning of last season, you had Kyrie, Coop, AD, Kyrie, hurt. Right? And that would have probably helped that young man a lot. But now you had that in Washington. So I just don't get it. I understand Bron got the house in Miami, this, that, and the third, no state income taxes. But I don't. Bron in Miami does not make them a finals contender. The best chance for Bron to get to the finals out of the East is the Cleveland Cavaliers with Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. They got shooters they got shooters and defenders off the bench. If you find a way to get James Harden back, that alleviates a lot of that pressure too. So I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand the premise of wanting to go back to a team in Miami that doesn't even have a full roster built out, who probably can't bring Kyrie in and probably can't bring Anthony Davis in. Man, go back to Cleveland. Or if you really want to get out of the West, head to San Antonio. Play alongside Wemby and a lot of those other young gunners, man. But this idea that he's taking his sweet time to make a decision based on trying to lobby for a KD or Kyrie, it's nasty, man. Brian, I'm not mad at Brian taking his time, but the premise around he's taking his time because he has all these concessions about what he wants for his next team, man, just pick a team. Just pick a team. If you want the best championship chance, it's not Minnesota. It's not Miami. Cleveland on the East, Spurs on the West. You can pick one. Both of them have championship ready teams right now. Pick one. I don't even understand why they entertaining the LeBron and Minnesota thing. We don't even know how Melo and Ant are gonna work. It's gonna be fun to watch, but we don't know how that's gonna work. Two ball dominant guards. We don't know how it's gonna work. Who's closing the show? Who's running the show for 3/4? Who's closing the show in the fourth quarter? I mean, we could say Ant. Bron gonna want that pill though, and Melo's probably gonna want that pill. So I don't know. My Minnesota's looking like a YN fest. Spurs or the Cavs, man. You're trying to get AD Kyrie. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me. Shaqueen out here losing fans. Nah. Definitely. Again, Shakur, if you're talking about that trio of Shakur, Dev, Tank, Shakur's my guy, you know, so definitely hasn't lost me as a fan. But he just gotta get back to work, man. He gotta get back to work. Shakur gotta get back to fighting, man. Just don't speak Dev's name for a while. Don't speak Tank name for a while. Your little brother's he's taking that fight. You focus on what you doing, man. If I'm in Shakur's corner right now, I'm like, no mas, no more talking. You know, Shakur's not the greatest promoter. He talks ahead of himself a lot, and then it ends up becoming cap. And then it makes it tough for guys like myself who actually like his fighting style to defend him. Shakur, just stop. Just stop. Just leave Dev name out of it. Let your little partner, man. Let your little partner get that work. You hear me? All right. Let's see. Shout out to Michael Scott. Was just having this argument of Hurts not being a top 10 at work with an Eagles fan and a New England fan. We about to get to that in a second. We about to get to that top 10 ranking in a second. We about to get to that top 10 ranking in a second. If you're in here, man, and again, you want to, come up the StreamYard link, it should still be in the chat. The link should still be at the top of the chat. I will reshare the link for anybody that wants to come up. Real quick, my boy X, you want to see Shakur versus Gary Russell next? That'll be fire. When was the last time Gary Russell fought? Let's see. Last time Gary Russell fought, let me share the screen. Last time Gary Russell fought. Yeah, 2025 last year. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be dope. I think that'd be dope. My question is where they fighting at? Are they fighting at 140? Because where's Gary Russell in the rankings? Because Gary was fighting at 135, wasn't he? So that would be my question: is where's Gary fighting? Yeah, because I see Antoine. Yeah, but if Gary, because I think Gary last fight was at 135. So if he's willing to move up to 140, why not? Make it happen. I mean, he just had a fight last year. I mean, how old is Gary Russell, man? Because that might not even be fair at this point. 38. His brother, the 140 champ. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like if Gary 38 only fights one time every 2 years, He would have to move up. It'd be entertaining. I mean, I think most fighters, probably most fighters probably need a older guy, not like a passing of the guard, not like a passing of the baton or anything like that. But most fighters benefit from fighting an older guy, who's gonna promote, who's kind of wanting to just go out on their shield, one more big payday. So that'd be good. I wouldn't mind seeing Shakur fight Gary Russell. Whoever Shakur fights next, I mean, he either needs to be the unify, uh, or the number one challenger in his, because he is the Ring Magazine and WBO champ. So he either needs to be a top challenger or a guy that's going to promote, sell tickets, man. Which is why everybody was begging for the Devin Haney fight, even though neither guy a great. I mean, Devin's a good promoter. Let me not cap. Devin's a good promoter. I mean, he'll probably go and fight Dalton Smith. That's possible. Um. Oh, you talking about? Well, hold on, X. What you talking about? Talking about? Oh, you talking about? Yeah. So you are talking about his brother? Yeah. Go ahead and fight him. 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 Fight Delgado. Fight Vargas. But just collect some bodies. Collect some top tier bodies, man. You know, let the Tank fight and the Dev fight happen if it's gonna happen. Let it happen organically. Let's not keep on with the I want to fight these guys. Zuffa promised me these guys. Because obviously, if they so he says Shakur says Zuffa promised him Tank and Dev. And that was under the guise that Dev had already signed to Zuffa. But now we see otherwise. So, like, which one is it? I mean, that's my thing with Core, man. Like, just fight. Just sign the fights and fight. Is it about legacy or is it about the bag? You're a little young to be fighting for the bag at this point. Like, you know. So yeah, I mean, he can fight. He can fight Gary Antoine Russell. Yeah. Hell yeah. Set it up. Set it up. Set it up. Fight somebody though. Fight somebody of relevance and dominate and get to it, man. All this. I think Shakur is a little young to just be in this era of, man, I'm trying to just make the biggest fights with the biggest paydays. It's like, brother, you the champ. You're gonna get the bigger payday in most fights that you fight, man. Collect bodies and belts. But he's also saying that he planned on retiring at 33, which is in like 5 years. So I don't know, man. Core, just make some fights, man. Make some fights, fight some people, and let's get to it. All right. But him versus Gary Antoine, that'd be good. I would enjoy it. I mean, a lot of, bro. When I tell you it's crazy out here in these streets, when you're talking about Shakur versus Haney, when this fight does happen, oh my lord, I ain't really seen smoke like this since Bud and Earl, since them Bud and Earl debates. Like the YouTube streets regarding Haney and Shakur is absolutely wild. And I'm wondering where's Tank at in all of this? Where's Tank at in all of this, man? Like has boxers passed on from Tank? Jesus. Yeah, shout out to EJ, man. Shout out to EJ. I hope he put on a classic performance this weekend. And I hope he ain't a one and done. I hope EJ get it done. But we'll review that, this weekend. Y'all either be here. Again, y'all tune into the Graveyard, BFBTV, boxing. Go ahead, subscribe to them, man. They gonna break it down, break it all the way down for you. You dig? All right, last but not least, man. These NFL top 10 quarterbacks, man. Now this ranking came out a couple of weeks ago. I actually meant to talk about this a couple of weeks ago. I actually meant to talk about this a couple of weeks ago. Top 10 QBs. All right. I'm going to share the screen. Appreciate y'all tuning in. So execs, coaches, scouts rank the top 10 QBs going into this next season. Number 1 being Josh Allen. Number 2 being Patrick Mahomes. Number 3 being Matthew Stafford. Number 4 being Joe Burrow. 5, Lamar Jackson. There's got to be a better graphic for this. My apologies. Okay. Oh, there's got to be a better graphic for this. Forget it. That's right. Let's see. They got Joey at 4, Lamar at 5, Dak Prescott at 6, Justin Herbert at 7, Drake May at 8, Jared Goff at 9, and 10, Caleb Williams. Now, this 4, I'm not mad at this 4. I'm not mad at this 4. When you're talking about Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, I think you can say Josh Allen right now is the best QB in the NFL. I understand Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. We don't know how Patrick Mahomes is going to come back from that knee injury. You just don't know. Whereas Josh Allen is at the top of his game right now. So I think that's fair to say. I think that's fair to say Josh Allen is 1, Patrick is 2, because nobody else on this list has gotten close to doing what Patrick is doing in a sense. 3, Matthew. And Joe, you got to put him 4. And it says here his highest ranking has been 1 at one point. Yeah, you got to put him 4. They didn't make the playoffs, man. You got to make the playoffs. And I get it, your defense is terrible, but you still got Chase, you still got T. Your offensive line is terrible. Chase Brown had a great year. So you got a backfield, you got receivers. You just got to find a way to make it happen. That's the difference between a Joe Burrow and a Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes found a way to make it happen. He had one receiver go to jail. He's got an old tight end. He's had a rookie receiver and Xavier Worthy. I mean, and they were competing for a playoff spot versus the Bengals. They were never really in it. Bengals were never really in it, man. You know, and maybe Joe has just outgrown Cincinnati. That could be a thing. But yeah, when you don't make the playoffs, even if I wanted to put you ahead of Matthew Stafford just won MVP. Didn't make it to the bowl, but they ended up losing to the Super Bowl champs. Lamar at 5. All right. Lamar's gotten better as a passer. Lamar be spinning that ball, I'm not gonna lie. Lamar be spinning that ball. But they didn't make it to the playoffs. They didn't win. Dak Prescott. I mean, my God. Dak is better than Justin Herbert. Drake May. I mean, cool. Jared Goff. And Caleb. So you mean to tell me Jalen Hurts is not better than Jared Goff. And he's not better than Dak Prescott. That's what people are trying to tell me. Let's compare Dak Prescott stats to Jalen Hurts. Because while the Eagles had a very pissy year, I do remember that they made the playoffs. Let's see. Hold on. Well, not necessarily head-to-head stats. I mean, you can do the head-to-head stats, but 2025 season. Dak Prescott, 17 games, 67%, 4,500 yards, third in the NFL, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. Jalen Hurts, 16 games, 64%, 32, 25, 6 interceptions with the Pro Bowl nod. So Jalen throws 5 less touchdowns and 4 less interceptions, but made the playoffs. But Dak is better. Dak is better. How? How? Oh, and Jalen got more rushing yards, by the way, and more rushing touchdowns. Of course, shout out to the tush push, but I don't understand. I don't understand the Dak being over Justin Herbert. I mean, being over Justin Herbert. Here's your top 10. Josh, Patrick, Matthew. It's 3. You can put Joe and Lamar in there, 4 and 5. Take Dak out. Take Dak out. You could do Herb. That's your 6. Sam Darnold deserves to be on this list. That's 7. You can put Drake May on this list. That's 8. Hurts deserves to be on this list. That's 9. And then, okay, put Dak at 10. All right, you can put Dak at 10. But Caleb Williams and Jared Goff does not need to be on this list. Caleb Williams and Jared Goff do not need to be on the top 10 NFL QB list. You could easily replace them with Hurts. Either one of them, you can replace them with Hurts. So I don't know. I don't know how we go about judging NFL QBs anymore. I don't know. So that's my take on the NFL QB list. And shout out to everybody that's tuned in, man. Again, link is in the chat if anybody want to pull up, have a quick conversation. Today, we talked about Bron going to Miami. We talked about Haney versus Davis coming up. And then we also talked about the NFL top 10 rankings. I don't get the NFL top 10 rankings, man. But one day, I'm actually, if you subscribe to us here, please subscribe, man. Hit that notification button so that way you're notified every time that we go live. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of the things. I appreciate y'all joining me, man, kicking it with me this afternoon. Do got more lives on the way. You heard me? Rock, peace and blessings. I'm out.